Hi folks, this is Jay. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. We're just going to look at the evidence for the Bible. And you might say, well, Jay, how can you say that the Bible's the Word of God? What about the Book of Mormon? What about the Quran? And one writer said this in reply to that. Norman Geisler says, other books claim divine inspiration, such as the Quran, the Book of Mormon, and parts of the Hindu Veda. But none of those books contain predictive prophecy. And I've given you in the talk a few videos before about the prophecies of the Messiah, which the other books that claim to be divine, like the Book of Mormon and the Quran, don't fulfill. But also I just want to talk to you about the heavenly doctrine of the Bible, how pure the Bible is in its teaching, in terms of the ethics is beyond what man could invent. And you know, the Bible has influenced our Western and Eastern culture like no other book. I mean, all the great literature of history of the West, for example, over the last 2,000 years has been influenced by the Bible. You know, we think of Dostoevsky, we think of Tolstoy, we think of Charles Dickens, we think of George Eliot, we think of poets like Coleridge or you know, all Milton, and they've all been influenced by the Bible in some way. The Bible's had an impact on culture like no other book in history. But it says this by the novelist, Nobel Prize Elie Wiesel says, an inspirational work. The Bible is also a source of inspiration. Its impact has no equal, whether on the social and ethical plane or on that literary creation. Its characters are dramatic, their drama timeless, their triumphs and defeats overwhelming. Each cry touches us, each call penetrates us. Text of another age, the biblical poems are themselves ageless. They call out to us collectively and individually across and beyond the centuries. That's what the Bible teaches. It's an amazing book. Its teaching crosses the ages, and its teaching can be summed up in that amazing passage in 1 Corinthians 13. This sums up the Bible. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become a sounding brass or a clanging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. Love suffers long, and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies they will fail, where there are tongues they will cease, where there is knowledge it will vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But that when that which is perfect has become, then that which is in part will be done away. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see in a mirror, dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but when I shall know, just as I also am known. And now abide faith, hope, love, and these three, but the greatest of these is love. So the Bible has a heavenly teaching that's beyond human teaching, and the love is the sacrificial love that Christ showed at the cross, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Thank you.